Hi everybody, my name is Roger and welcome to spiritualonline.org. Now I have just recorded and completed the session that you're about to enjoy, and I'll let you know right now that it is a very, very powerful healing meditation that I'm about to bring you. Now when I say that I'm about to bring you, it's not me at all, I'm just the middle person. Now this is being channeled and given to me from the spiritual world by none other than the Ascended Master Jesus. Now, he was going to take and share a few things with us. I actually missed the first very, very short snippet of the channeled address because he came in earlier before we did our normal chakra opening. But I want to say that this begins with an image of, in one hand, a picture of a dove, which is a sign of peace. And on the other side, I had this image of a healing hand that was emanating with light, which was symbolic of healing power for us. But this other figure of the dove of peace, which will make much more sense to you once we go into this. So place yourself into a meditative state right now, and then just allow the words and the frequency of what is being shared with us to work through with you. Now, I am not editing this one down. There are some extended periods of relative silence, which I'm leaving into this clip, but please use that time to manifest the power that is within this one. Okay? Enjoy. And if you'd ever like to actually sit in and be in our live recordings with our group, just message me in the comments below, and I'd love to hear from you, and I'll send you the link and get to chat to you. We also have discussions that we have before and after this clip was shot with a live group. So see you soon. Cheers for now. It is very, very important that you understand these very primary basic principles of the human being. The human being has essentially incarnated into a world that is uneasy for it. It is a world of dis-ease. So the only way to counter that is through cultivating within yourself a sense of peace. It requires concentration. It can require imagination, and it can require an exertion of your will. But once the will has been exerted, the aspect of peace will find its way in your body, your nervous system, your emotional constitution, your mind, and your external or your energy field, which connects you to the external and internal cosmos, will be in such a state that healing can then take place. And if you can cultivate the added ability of understanding what that looks like energetically within your body, then the healing can again be manifested on a deeper level. You are required to believe in yourself. You are required to trust yourself. The mastery of such may take significant time for some, shorter lengths of time for others. But there are many stories abounding in your world which equates to the power of prayer to bring about miraculous healing. And it is the power of such which enables the vessel of peace to be brought into the soul of the afflicted person. The power of prayer is an energetic embodiment of spiritual sustenance that is transferable en masse, being from groups of people to an individual. It is the nature of how the thought world or the mental sphere is able to transfer or rearrange itself from one distant point to another. It is not as if the substance itself travels the vast distance, but it is more such that energy is communicated from one to the other. And so the power of this is as such that the recipient is somewhat taken into a sense of peace. But if they're aware of the power or the force that is being directed to them, it is almost an automatic reaction. It is as if the soul knows what to do. If the mind is taken out of the way, the soul will know what to do. The higher spirit will communicate with it, and in the stillness of the mind, the rest will take its place. It is also a reason why, when human beings are physically afflicted, they need to rest, and within the rest, they will find the peace, especially if they are in that zone of relative slumber. But that slumber can also be induced through meditation, taking yourself essentially to what is referred to as the theta level of healing. And that is effectively what you are doing in the course of these meditations. That is why I am with you, and that is why I believe in you. And the transference of power is available for you and to you as you develop the pathways through which this energy can and will travel and can be received and then relayed and reverberated through your constitution. There is an aspect to your psyche. There is an aspect to your subconscious mind that may, for many, not all, require a recalibration as such to believe that the power of spirit can heal just as a medicine supposedly can do as well. It is as if, as with the placebo effect, if you believe, the effect is often there. If you believe the power of spiritual healing, especially when it is being administered towards you, can heal, then it can. And then the development and the fullness of humans healing humans will take its course of accelerated evolution and development. Find peace in yourselves, and then you will not need the healing that you would need if you do not find the peace in yourself. Give yourself the peace of mind and give yourself the rest in your soul, and the universe will take care of you. Many blessings to you all. Now just have this aspect of of Mother Mary being present with Jesus. And it's like the presence of a soul mate. So essentially, I'm just going to allow you to sit in a relative state of peace. Cultivate it as best as you can. Even just meditating on the concept of peace and that you are in it and it is around you. And now imagine it's like a turquoise light that is all around you in your room. But there are other colours also coming in now as well. On one level, these colours are mixing. On another level, they're actually not, because they're different frequencies overlaid in different configurations. And where they overlay on the peripheries, there is a span between them that is somehow filled. Now, your chakra system is at relative rest compared to the other sessions that we have conducted with you. And this has been done deliberately. For this aspect of peace is also working upon your chakras. So also cultivate the sense that your chakras are indeed at rest. Body is at rest. Your soul is at peace. There are healing forces all around you. Some of them are entering in through your heart. Some of them are entering in through your breath. Some are entering in at other points in and around your body. There are different energy configurations that are ebbing and flowing, intensifying and then relaxing. There are also spiritual beings like shimmering mirages within the space. Now, I have received a personal message, and that is that in my case, a misunderstanding must be put at rest. may be something that each of you have, an issue that needs to rest right now. Just believe that it is okay and trust that it is okay. And in doing so, others connected with it will be at rest with it. And it will find its peace. Misunderstandings, when thought over and mulled over, form connections that are like living beings pulling energy from one another, blending what can be toxifying exchanges energetically. Allow anything of that nature to be at rest. Believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, and I can perceive like a pyramid structure that I am within it, and there is like a circular field of core energy which is within it, pulsating and living. It is almost like a vortex within the pyramid. And it is okay for me to place my being across its vortex. And if you feel as if you are spinning, you may just place your hands or feet against the structure of the pyramid and it will be okay. Now, I've also been shown an image here of essentially a human being ascending in such a structure. It is a very liberating picture representing ascension. On another level, it is a representation of astral travel. But if you are able to astral travel at will, then you may astral travel in such a way that it is a pathway of ascension. And herein lies one of the great mysteries of your world, a process of predetermined ascension. It is not necessarily a process of which a human being needs or even should as yet cultivate to its fullest in this lifetime. That is not the message. The message is the process, the possibilities, and the opportunity. Now also feel that this particular pyramidic structure is three-sided, which is more a tetrahedron, which is the strongest three-dimensional shape out of all of them, the most stable. And it is also somewhat representative of the Trinity. And the Trinity is on many levels: the Mother, Father, and the Child, mind, body, and soul. The Luciferic, the Satanistic, and the Christ. For humanity has aspects of all within, but it is the aspect of the Christ, consciousness of unconditional love, the power of all powers within and around the human being that may be manifested, or the lower forces which can dominate and consume a human being on a lower level, or the ability to cultivate a harmony between them and to bring love to the other, to love thy neighbour, to love thy enemy, to love thyself. For some reason, I've got this life, the previous life, and the time in between. Somewhere in this connection to your previous life in particular is an exchange. There is a force that for many of you, not all, but for many of you, is the force of karma from that life to this life. Karma does not infer problems or difficulties or hindrances or anything of an ill nature at all. It is more a case of what you have organized to transfer as learning opportunities in this life. Things that you should encounter, things that you should realize, things that you should work upon within yourself and perhaps with others. That is your karma. It is not necessarily attributed to misdeeds. It is not necessarily attributed to good deeds. It is merely, in this case, what you have set up to transfer into your life. It is a progressive transfer. It is not a complete, total, instant download at birth. And as your life unfolds, at key moments during this journey, different doors are opened in a timely way for a further transference of this force or this frequency or this knowledge. It is a little bit like your soul realizing, I am now prepared for this. I am now prepared for that. It has been very dry in some aspect of my life, and now it is time for the rain, and vice versa, metaphorically, to represent the different exchanges and the different stages that your soul is journeying through. There is also positive karma from your past life, in that you have experienced and been successful at various things in your past life. And the strength of that success and the essence of that success is also at varying times transferred into this life as you need it. It is as yet the human being incarnated is not yet fully developed to bring all things and everything into the domain of the density of Earth in one go. It would not be beneficial for you at this stage. And for you to enable these various ebbs and flows, it is of goodness for you. And the awareness of it is also good for you. And as the doorways of accessing past life information continues to open for you in a healthy way, then you are able to draw on these strengths and these virtues and these experiences as if you've got a lifelong friend walking alongside of you. And one thing about this is that that particular lifelong friend may believe in you more than you do yourself in this life. And wouldn't that be a wonderful thing for your journey, your healing of the soul, to have that person with you right now? The ultimate healer, yourself, the one who knows you, perhaps even better than you, because they are still connected to the spiritual world, the world of everything. They are the one connected to the fullness of your soul, the fullness or the part of that which is earthbound, and the part of it which is spiritually bound, and in between, the flow and the exchange in between. And that person is able to span that time and span that space and span that journey in a very different way as to what you can, because they are in a different place. And it is literally easier or faster or requires less effort to travel downhill than it is to carry a load uphill, from above to below. They know where to find you, because you have been here and you are here and you are connected, but you have forgotten. They haven't. And therein lies one of the mysteries of your greatness. And in fact, you have a great entourage walking with you who believe in you more than you do. and those who walk with you, you think perhaps they too may have connections to spirits in the spiritual world who are benevolent and powerful and connected in a different time to you. And they have access to them. This friend of yours, these friends of yours, this great entourage of yours have connections in high places collectively at your command. And you may be considering that back in those times, maybe times were very different, times were ancient, human beings less sophisticated, pleasant lives, difficult lives. But regardless of all of that, there was the higher aspect of you, either totally, but most likely, in fact, in all likelihood, just partly within each of those friends, each of those incarnations. And that degree of incarnation, that is of lesser importance because you were still there. And your mind is at relative rest. And it is just light that is in your thinking. Just light within your thinking. And there is peace within your feeling. It's peaceful feelings. Without you doing anything at all. Strength is coming back into your body to heal, to help, to carry you on, carry forward. Light in the thinking, peace in your feelings, and the strength in your will and in your body. Now just washing your feet, washing the dust of the earth from your feet. Symbolically washing away the weariness of where you have walked. Allowing yourself to be grounded. Any excess ions of frequency of energy freely being exchanged back with Mother Earth. Now being asked to bring in, for you to bring in love for yourself. Just allow yourself to feel loved, to feel connected and embraced in love. You may feel like the hand of Jesus being placed upon your head. Or a further transference of power through the hands. It's now like before we mentioned like a pyramid structure. It is now like more like a cube where the apex of the pyramid is flattened. Just allowing now the spiritual or the astral connection to be at rest, whilst the lower aspects of your constitution continue to heal and embody as well. It is approximating a sleep state where even the spirit world is resting and sleeping on your behalf to rescue from it. This is equivalent to your winter time on earth, when all is still, all is quiet. The creatures such as bears are in hibernation in the earth field, resting, slumbering. And just be aware of your feet upon the earth, allowing any residual energy to pass into Mother Earth. Now imagine like a healing shroud being placed over your shoulders. And it is also as if our head is being adorned somewhat. This has something to do with our upper chakras. It is as if a physical crown as such placed upon your head, and the crown is somewhat open in the center, like a tiara. And it is as if the energies of the crown chakra may be pulled within the head region and contained in a grail, as much as you may hold for the task that you have at hand, and allowing that to slowly seep into the body. And this is done because of the instant high speed of spirit, and then the capacity of the human being to receive it. It is faster than light. And if your body cannot contain it and hold it, it may be gone in a flash. And this crown is representative of you being hold on to light frequencies through which many things are transmitted in a moment, in a flash, for you to benefit from in your life, in the moment, before it is gone. Now, we have talked about your peace. We have talked about the light in your thinking, the strength in your being, your connection to your people, your connection to your people's guides, the access to all that you may need karmically or from your guides. And now we bring into our presence any of our friends or loved ones who may need some healing, whether they be on the earth plane or the spiritual. We just let our friends rest. Let our loved ones who need healing, let them rest. Just return now to your breathing. Returning now to the pressure of your feet upon the floor. Aware of your fingers and hands, and slowly bring yourself back into full body awareness. Just moving gently and slowly. Bring yourself into your body. And have that little stretch, have that sip of water. And welcome back to Earth.